He's one-on-one, gets by the defenseman, deeps, scores! Beauty! A clean face-off win, a shot from the point, he scores! Great goal right off the draw! The wraparound, unbelievable save!
We're just about ready to drop the puck, so now let's get down to center ice. The faceoff goes to the Maple Leafs. Shove. Played over by McGillney. Roberts! Great save by Luongo! Over center ice. Over the blue line. In front. Belfour made the save. Quick pass up. Out of their defensive end. In over the line. Shoots! Right in front. And he covers up for the faceoff.
Jim, there's a look at Jacques Martin.
The ref is signaling for the faceoff. Faceoff won by Newenden. Knocked over.
He felt that one right down to his skates. Hit! A textbook body check, Jim.
Brings it up. Over the blue line. Horton now with the puck. Fires it! Blocked. Brings it out. Sundin corrals the puck. Thrashed.
Jim, that was a real blow.
Over, out of their defensive end. In over the line. Delayed call against Toronto. Blocked. Kaberle has been nailed for interference.
2 minutes is a long time when you're the one in the box.
Florida is about to go on the power play for the first time in this game.
Jim, they've got some good finishers in their lineup, but they like to keep it simple. Point shots with lots of traffic in front.
He gets hit by Bouwmeester.
Nailed him!
Brings it out. Checked.
He took a big-time check.
Over the line. Rocked.
They felt that hit in the rafters.
Into the attacking zone. Taken out.
Terrific physical play.
Over the blue line. Shove. The Maple Leafs will make a change here. Luongo hangs on for the whistle. The players are lined up and ready for the faceoff. And the faceoff is won by Francis. Shoots quickly. Thrashed.
What a hit!
Quick puck movement. They desperately need to find some way to get going here with the extra attacker.
Oh, you're right, Jim. This power play has looked downright ugly and still have yet to register a shot.
One-time shot by Kolnick. Play grinds to a halt as the puck is shot out of play. The ref is ready to drop the puck. Face-off won by Francis. Flattened.
That one took him right out of the play. Level. You could feel that one up in the booth.
Brings it out. In over the line. Out of their defensive end. Over the line. Weiss shoots. Takes it behind the net. McCabe shoulders him. Played over. Brings it out. Over the blue line.
Hit. That's what we came to see.
Florida is 0 for 1 with the man advantage as the penalty expires. Thrashed.
That was a monster of a hit.
Into the attacking zone. Pass to the slot. Rips a shot right in front. Oh, he hit the post. In the corner. Luongo made the huge save. Over the line. Hard wrist shot by McGillney. Luongo turns it away. In over the line. Belfour turns it aside. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Right in front. Brings it out. Over the line. He gets leveled by Nieuwendyk. Brings it out. In over the line.
Rocked. A punishing hit.
Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Shove. Quick shot. Belfour reached out for the puck. And he hangs onto the puck for the whistle. The action's about to start. And the faceoff is won by Francis. Played across. Over the blue line. He gets laid out by Lilia. Brings it out. Over the line. Advances the puck. Panther power play coming up. Panikarovsky is going to the box for roughing.
Now he's got 2 minutes to think about what he did.
And you can see the coach here doesn't like that call, and he's having a word with the official. Florida will get a second chance on the power play here. Face-off won by Francis. Brings it out. In over the line. With a wrist shot. Saved by Luongo. Shove. Into the attacking zone. In front. Cranked from the slot by Roberts. Bouwmeester will get the gate for hooking. Toronto gets a bit of a break that time, and maybe a chance for the momentum to swing their direction.
But until then, they'll face their opponents with 4 men on the ice.
Brings it out. Over the blue line. Sundin roughs him up.
Stopped him dead in his tracks.
Out of their defensive end. In over the line.
Rocked. He got laid out.
Klee knocked over.
Thundering hit.
Into the attacking zone. In front. Shoots the puck. Belfour covers up. The players are lining up at the face-off circle. And the face-off is won by Weiss. Run over.
That came harder than expected.
Over the line. Rocked.
That's some heavy action.
Brings it out. Over the blue line. Shove. Right in front. Round the back. Out of their defensive end. Over the line. Fires. Luongo got a pad on it. And he covers up. They're getting ready for the face-off. Face-off won by Cullen. Brings it out. Over. Into the attacking zone. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Pass to the slot. Cranks it hard on net. Nieuwendyk goes wide. Out of their defensive end. In over the line. In front. Quick shot from the slot by Audette. Belfour stoned him cold. A delayed penalty call against Florida. Biron will go to the box for roughing.
Hockey's a physical sport, but you need to stay in control or you'll end up in the box.
You can see that that coach isn't too happy about the call. Nieuwendyk won the draw. Flatten.
Finished that one with a bang.
McGillney with the moves.
He hung him out to dry.
Koliakovo right in front. He gets pushed by McGillney. Moved across. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Mowed down.
That's gonna leave a mark.
Brings it out. Over the blue line. In front. Luongo hangs on for the whistle. Belfour is a phenomenal talent. He makes saves he has no business making.
Ask any shooter in the league and they'll tell you he's one of the toughest to beat night in and night out.
The faceoff goes to the Maple Leafs. Leach now has the puck, just wide of the net. Out of their defensive end. In over the line. Knocked over.
He really slammed into him there.
We've reached the midway mark. Ooh, big hit. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. He gets roughed up by Sundin. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Centers it. Hard slap shot ripped by Renberg. Out of their defensive end. In over the line. Misses. Over the line. McGillney gets shoved. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. He gets hit by Kolyakovo. Toronto is now 0 for 2 on the power play. McGillney now with the puck. He dumps it in on the end boards. Toronto picks it off. Nieuwendyk grabbed it. Shoots it. Saved by Luongo. Domi shoots it. Goaltender stopped that. Luongo covers up for the whistle. The puck is about to be dropped. And the faceoff is won by Cullen. Over, brings it out. Over the blue line. Weiss shoots the puck.
No chance there.
Out of their defensive end. Over the line. Crushed. McGillney shoots the puck. Cullen grabbed it. Brings it out. Weiss shoots the puck. Belfour made the save. Brings it out. In over the line. Wrist shot. Up through center. Into the attacking zone. Turned aside. Quick pass up. Out of their defensive end. Over the line. Crashed.
Now that one was worth watching.
Brings it out. Over the blue line. Coughed up by Lilia. Panikarovsky. In over the line. Shoots. Turned away by Luongo. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Knocked him off the puck. Out of their defensive end. Over the line. Hit. Brings it out. In over the line. Belfour makes the save. And he hangs on to the puck. Now, you don't want to cross paths with this guy.
Absolutely not, Jim. He's one of the toughest players in the league. He knows how to take a punch, and he really knows how to throw one.
About to drop the puck. Nieuwendyk won the faceoff. Brings it out. Over the blue line. He gets bumped off the puck. The ref indicates a delayed call against Florida. Bouwmeester will serve time for interference.
When you commit interference, you're not trying to stop the guy completely. You just want to hold him up for a second.
Toronto will go on the power play once again. They weren't able to capitalize on their first power play. Let's see if they can do it here. Played across. Shoots quickly. Luongo covers up. We're ready for the face-off. Toronto wins the face-off. Leach went short. Takes it behind the net. In front. Pad save. Van Ryn. Out of their defensive end. Coast to coast. Checked.
He's not getting by that time.
And that'll do it. The first period draws to an end in a scoreless tie as we head to the break.
Check out page 21 of your program for a look at the players in the system.
It was a hard-fought first period. Now the teams are coming back to the ice for round two. They're getting ready for the face-off. Face-off won by Sundin. Shoved. Into the attacking zone. He gets bowled over by McCabe. Passed across. Over the line. Right in front. Luongo turned the shot aside. The ref is signaling for the faceoff. And the faceoff is won by Sundin. Moved across. Roberts scores on the power play. Skating 5-on-4 is a nice opportunity to score, and they cashed that one in big time. Florida has started the second period by allowing the first goal of the game.
At least it's not the start of the third period. That would have really been bad.
In over the line. He gets hit by a dent.
That was huge.
Oh, he hit the post. Brings it out. End to end. Behind the net. Moved up. Brings it out. Over the line. Trinka steals the puck. Cranked him.
That was rock solid.
Out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. Laid out.
Now that's a big hit.
Scramble in front. Right in front. Stoned cold by Belfour.
His fillings are gonna rattle with that hit. He was pounded.
The players are lined up and ready for the faceoff. The faceoff goes to the Maple Leafs. Moved over, brings it out. In over the line. Shoved. Shoots it hard. Blocked. Scramble. In front. Big save. Cullen. Over the line. Shoved. Out of their defensive end. Fires hard. Blocked. Passed over. Through center. Over the blue line. Pass back. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Pushed aside by Luongo. It's moved across by Niederost. In over the line. A shot from the slot by Spidkey. Played across. Hard backhand shot by Healy. He scores!
A loose puck after the initial shot led to that goal. Rebounds like that are lethal to a goalie.
Face-off won by Newenden.
How about that deep? He really hung him out to dry.
Maple Leafs are offside. Pat Quinn made an impact right away, didn't he? In his first season as head coach with the Leafs, he was named runner-up for the Jack Adams Award as Coach of the Year.
Well, Jim, under Quinn, the Leafs saw a 28-point improvement, paving the way for an appearance in the conference final.
Over center. Over the line. Brings it out. Over the blue line. It's played over by McGillney. Brings it out. In over the line.
Hit! That was a big hit.
Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Flattened. Moved up. Over the line. He gets roughed up by Niederost. Hard one-timer. Stick save by Luongo. Over the blue line. He gets hit by McCabe.
He really threw him off stride.
In over the line. Intercepted. Mid save. Went short. Fires. Luongo turns the shot aside. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Hold over. Delayed call against Toronto. Klee is going off for interference.
Interference may only hold up a player for half a step, but that half a step can make all the difference.
Francis won the draw. Brings it out. Over the line. Laid out.
He just got run over.
Out of their defensive end. In over the line. Brings it out. At center. Into the attacking zone. In front. Advances the puck. Out of their defensive end. In over the line. Shove. Van Ryn went short. Brings it out. Over the line. Crushed. This power play's half over, and they've still yet to register a shot.
And that's simply not good enough. They have to start...
Shot! Scores! That's a power play goal!
The puck came back out, and he was ready and waiting for it.
Toronto is down by 1, but it's not all doom and gloom.
Oh, no, there's still half a game left to play. It'll get tougher to score as time goes on.
Over the blue line. Heavy shot from the wing by Audette. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Right in front. Luongo freezes the puck. Florida is putting on a clinic. They're skating hard, and it's really put them out front in this game.
They've got exceptional talent. They're beating their checks one-on-one, and it's creating chances.
And the faceoff is won by Nieuwendyk. He gets taken out by Lilia. It's centered by Sundin. Audette brings it out. Over the line. Wrist shot. Belfort made the save. Gigantic save. Played across. Out of their defensive end. In over the line. Luongo got a pad on it. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Fired it hard. In front. Turned away. Scores upstairs. He had a tough time tracking down that shot, and it resulted in a goal.
Rebounds are a goalie's worst enemy, and he got burned on that one.
Florida is now in a tie game.
But, Jim, their big concern should be the shift in momentum.
The faceoff goes to Toronto. Knocked over. The ref indicates a delayed call. Played up. In over the line. Shot from the wing by Weiss. Nieuwendyk will go to the box for hooking. Florida has the one power play goal so far, and now they'll get another shot here. Francis wins the faceoff, brings it out. Over the line. Run over.
That'll keep them on their heels.
Kolnick brings it out. Over the blue line. Checked.
Stopped in his tracks.
Out of their defensive end. In over the line. Bumped off the puck. Mowed down. Luongo covers up for the whistle. Sundin hasn't put much on the net, but he's scored one goal already.
Well, and once you beat a goalie, you can get inside his head. He should start looking for more opportunities to shoot.
Francis won the draw. Shoved. Into the attacking zone. Belfort makes the save. Moved up. Brings it out. Over the line. Hard wrist shot by Francis. Luongo made the save. Played over, skating through center ice. Shoots the puck. Belfort made the save. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Rocked. In behind. Moved over by Bouwmeester. Brings it out. Over the line. Clee knocks him over.
That'll give him some room.
Bouwmeester. Huselius goes behind his net. It's moved over by McCabe. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Big hit. Has to hit. Over the blue line. Shove. Florida fails to convert on that power play. They're now 1 for 4 on the night. Moved over. Brings it out. Over the line. Nieuwendyk. Luongo turned him away. Brings it out. In over the line. Roberts hits him. Out of their defensive end. A lateral pass. Crashed.
Bumped them that time.
Over the blue line. Belfort made the save. Brings it out. Over the line. Shoved. Sundin. Great save by Luongo. Nieuwendyk. Leg save. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. In the corner. Advances the puck. Out of their defensive end. In over the line. Crushed. Brings it out. Over the line. Missed shot by Weiss. Belfour got a pad on it. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Domi with a wrist shot. Turned away by Luongo. Out of their defensive end. In over the line. Neterost shoots it quickly. Belfour made the save. Into the attacking zone. He gets leveled by Spidke. Passed ahead. And that does it for the second period. After 40 minutes of play, we're tied at 2.
Dressing room looks like, or where the players work out. Next Thursday's open house is your chance to find out.
Welcome back for the third period.
It's time to turn up the pressure. In a game this close, you want to try to rattle your opponent.
The faceoff goes to the Maple Leafs. He gets hit by Bouwmeester. Luongo freezes the puck. The action's about to start. Faceoff won by Nieuwendyk. McCabe now has the puck. Fires it! Saved by Luongo. Sundin, hard shot, scores! Awesome individual play to get the goal.
He hammered home that slap shot. What a blast.
It can be downright scary for a goalie when a guy can let it loose with that kind of velocity. This is not how they wanted to start the third.
No, but here they are, down by 1. All they can do now is tough it out and try to make something happen.
Brings it out. Over the line. He gets out-muscled by Leach. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Hit! Scramble in front of the net. Turned away. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Mowed down. Brings it out. In over the line. Maple Leafs are about to have a man advantage. Weiss is going to the box for roughing.
That gets him 2 minutes in the box, Huey.
It's pretty obvious he's not happy about this call and he's having a word with the official. Sundin wins the faceoff. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Van Ryn gets roughed up. Out of their defensive end. Over the line. Played over. Cranked him. Goes behind his net. Brings it out. End to end. He gets laid out by Sundin. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Crushed. Turned over by Hagman. He gets checked by Cullen. In over the line. Shoved. Right in front. Shoots the puck. Misses. Out of their defensive end. Over the line. Shoved. Brings it up. Into the attacking zone. He gets roughed up by Koliakovo. Flanks one. Behind the net. He gets shoved by Roberts. Brings it out. Over the blue line. He gets pushed by Bouwmeester. Out of their defensive end. Bowled over. In over the line. Run over.
He unloads a big hit.
Moved up. Into the attacking zone. Turned aside by Belfour. Goaltender stopped that. Brings it out. End to end. He gets rocked by Meze. Brings it out. He gets taken out by Sundin. Over the line. Cranked him. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. In In front. Belfour gets the stick on it. Brings it out. In over the line. Shove. Brings it out. Over the line. Passed ahead. Into the attacking zone. He gets bowled over by Lilia. Sent flying. Out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. Passed over. Brings it out. In over the line. Shove. Brings it out. And Florida will change on the fly. And out they come with a puck. Into the attacking zone. Hard wrist shot by Francis. Played over, out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. It's turned over by Bouwmeester. It's played across by Johansson. Over the line. Van Ryn pushes him. It's chipped up by Bouwmeester. In over the line. Cranked him. One time. Belfour with a huge save. Into the attacking zone. In the corner. Right in front. Luongo made the save. Brings it out. Across. Leveled. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Moved back. In front. Moved over by Weiss. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Muscled off the puck. It's passed over by Meze. Brings it out. In over the line. Weiss. Wrist shot. Pushed aside by Belfour. Over the line. Brings it out. Over the blue line. He gets worked over by Caberlet. Moved ahead by Renberg. Into the attacking zone. Shoved. Played across at center. In over the line. Saved by Belfour. Tucker brings it out. The Maple Leafs will make a change here. Rocked. Out of their defensive end. He gets run over by Koliakovo. The Panthers come in offside. He'll breathe a little easier now that he's on the score sheet with that one assist.
Well, maybe that'll loosen him up a bit. Sometimes that little bit extra confidence is all you need.
The ref is ready to drop the puck. Nieuwendyk won the draw. Knocked down.
He got rocked right there.
Big hit. Shoots it hard. Belfour makes the stick save. Over the blue line. Shove. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. He gets laid out by Leach. Leveled. Brings it out. Over the line. Out of their defensive end. In over the line. He gets hit by Koliakovo. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. It's centered by Renberg. Luongo made the save. Biron will get the gate for interference.
Now that's something you just hate to see because of the way it stops players from showcasing their skills.
Toronto has enjoyed limited success on the power play in this one.
Well, Jim, they do have 1 goal on 4 chances. Now let's see if they can add another one to that total.
Brings it out. Over the blue line. He gets rocked by Leach.
He really bounced his man with that hit.
Over the line. Hard wrist shot by Roberts. Saved by Luongo. Shove. In front. He gets checked by Van Ryn.
Great hustle.
Out of their defensive end. Shove. Into the attacking zone. Fires it. Just wide of the net. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Checked. Domi shoots the puck. Luongo closed the door. Brings it out. Over the line. He gets pushed by Nieuwendyk. Leveled. In front. He gets It's leveled by Domi. Belfour covers up. Weiss never looks like he's in a hurry out there, but he's always ahead of the play.
Well, he's got offensive instincts that you just can't teach, and that's what makes him such a great playmaker.
And the faceoff is won by Sundin. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Hit!
That'll keep them on their heels.
Long pass. Brings it out. In over the line. Van Ryn gets checked. Roberts up through center. Over the blue line. Pushed off the puck. Brings it out. Over the line. Hard wrist shot by Cullen. Toronto couldn't convert on that power play. They're 1 for 5 in the game. Passed over. Biron. Into the attacking zone. Belfour made the save. Francis. Brings it out. In over the line. Ponikarovsky now with the puck. Quick pass up. And Florida will change on the fly. It's played up by Kolyakovo. Checked. Out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. He gets shoved in front. Great save! Belfour covers up for the whistle. Toronto has done a great job avoiding penalties.
Well, you want to stick up for yourself, but you don't want to cost your team. They're playing smart hockey, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Face-off won by Nieuwendyk. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Sundin scores the empty netter.
That goal will put the icing on the cake in this one. They took their chance, but came up empty this time.
Toronto deals a crushing blow with a last-minute goal.
That's the insurance marker right there.
Moved back by Nieuwendyk. Gets rubbed off the puck. Brings it out. Over the line. Metse gets checked. Over the blue line. Hard wrist shot by Sundin. Across, out of their defensive end. In over the line. Turned aside by Belfour. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Sent flying. Brings it out. Moved over the line. Trinka. Out of their defensive end. In over the line. Knocked him off the puck. Put it in the books. Toronto wins this game and takes the lead in the series. From Sunrise, Florida, I'm Jim Hewson.
And I'm Craig Simpson. Thanks for watching.
We'll see you next time.
You